So it is week 8 and the perfect one pot family dish. A dish that the French invented and probably still cook it for their families to this day. Coq Au Vin. Chicken cooked in a nice red wine sauce with some onions, smoked streaky bacon. Nice and easy. Let's get straight on with it. So the cuts of chicken that we're going to use for this Coq Au Vin is the thigh and the drum. We're going to split them down. I'm going to show you a nice shaky little tip how to French trim your drum so it looks nice and pretty when it goes on the plate. So let's get straight on with that. So when dealing with chicken, always use a separate board. The last thing you want is raw chicken bits everywhere and places where you don't want them. So with the leg, we're going to feel for where that drum meets the thigh, and in there is a joint. Just find that, put your knife into that joint and then smash straight through. You've got your thigh and your drum separated. So French trimming basically means cleaning the bone, and all we're going to do is where that meat on the drum starts, we're going to run this knife through there and then scrape up, find where that knuckle is and then straight off with that, and then just scrape away a nice clean drumstick and a nice clean bone. You don't have to do it, but it does make things look a little bit more presentable. I've got my casserole pot on, which is always a good thing when making one pot dishes. If you don't have one, get one. Trust me, they're well worth the money that you pay for them. You can get cheap ones, you can get expensive ones. They're worth the weight in gold. So the next thing we're going to do is season this chicken. We're going to coat it in nice seasoned flour, which is going to do one thing, gives a really nice colour on this chicken, and the second thing, it's going to help the sauce thicken. So we've got some plain flour. We're just going to season it with some salt and pepper. And then just going to give us chicken just a real nice even coating. So that's them all coated. I'm going to get some oil in the pan. I'm going to start frying these off and get some really nice colour on there. So my pot's nice and hot now. I'm going to add a touch of my rapeseed oil. And the key thing is, when we're going to brown this chicken up, don't add it all at once. It'll take the heat out of the pan and you will get no colour on it. So just do 3 or 4 pieces at a time, depending on how many your pan can hold. And we're just going to season it. Get these nice and fried off. Some beautiful colour on there. It's simple really, no colour, no flavour. Right, so as you'll see, my chicken is colouring up nice and golden brown and beautiful. It's the sort of colour that we want to see. So next thing to do is just take these out and there's baby shallots to go in there. So my chicken's now out of the pan. I've got some nice beautiful golden brown colour on there. I'm just going to let that sit to one side for 1 minute, where now I'm going to put in these nice little baby shallots. You can use these, or if you can get silver skin onions, you can use them, or if you don't like big chunks of onion, you can just dice your onion or slice your onion. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to use these little baby shallots because they're really nice and subtle, not too powerful in flavour, and then the longer they cook, when we cook that Coq Au Vin in the oven, it's going to go really sweet, soft and lovely. So we're going to go straight in with them, and we're going to get some colour on them. So we're just going to season them with some salt and a touch of sugar. It's going to help them caramelise beautifully and get some really nice colour. So whilst them onions are caramelising nicely, I've got some nice beautiful smoked streaky bacon. He's just going to add another flavour to his coq au vin. So I'm just going to dice that up real quick and add that to the pan. So that's my bacon diced up, let's get it in the pan now. So you can see my baby shallots have got a beautiful colour on them, my bacon's frying up nicely, and what you'll notice is this build up of caramelisation on the pan. Don't be worried about that, that is what we want, it's that build up of flavours. So the next thing that I'm going to add 3 garlics that I've just minced up, pureed, a few sprigs of thyme. I'm just going to give that a stir. The next we're going to add about a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon's worth of tomato puree. I'm just going to cook that out in the centre of the pan there. And then the next thing to do is add his red wine and deglaze the bottom of that pan, get all the flavour off the bottom of that pan. So I'll add my wine. I'd say there's about 500 mils of red wine, and just move it around, get all like that flavour off the bottom of that pan, and just reduce your wine by half. But whilst that's reducing, we're going to add this chicken back in. So we're going to let that wine reduce by half. Once that's reduced by half, there's one last thing to go in, and then we are ready to put it in the oven. So my wine's now reduced by half. The last thing to do is add this chicken stock. And again, 500 mils chicken stock. We're just going to bring that up to a simmer, and then we're going to put it straight in the oven. So that's it, all the hard work's done now. I've set my oven at 180. We're just going to put this casserole pot straight into the oven for about an hour. That chicken will slowly cook. The sauce will come down nice. We'll have a nice glazed sauce, and that's it really. So I'll show you in an hour. So this coq au vin has been now in the oven at 180 for 1 hour now. The sauce has reduced beautifully. I'm going to take it out and show you what it looks like. So to finish this coq au vin, wow, if you could smell this, honestly, it smells amazing. We're just going to finish it with some flat leaf parsley, just to freshen it up a little bit. So just cut some flat leaf parsley, as fine as you can. Straight in there. And then just a little knob of butter, and that's just going to help give a sauce a little glaze, a little nice shine to it. I'm just going to shake that in, get that butter to melt. And then to finish, this dish really will go perfect with any vegetables. Nice silky mash, beautiful new potatoes, carrots. But I'm just going to serve it with some really nice cabbage, which I've just sautéed in a little bit of butter and a little bit of rapeseed oil. So just place that there. And then to serve it, 1 thigh and 1 drum. So a little bit of the thigh, and then that drum that we've beautifully French trimmed. And then some of the sauce, make sure you get some of them shallots and bacon. Just coat that over. And there it is. Week 8, Coq Au Vin, perfect when the weather doesn't seem to be getting any better outside. A fantastic midweek meal for you and your family. Super easy, super fast to do. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next week.